Hi there everyone, my name is Grant Mufsovitz and welcome to the latest edition of T+O+M Talks. We've had some fantastic feedback with these talks over the last 18 months, so I feel very, very proud and privileged to be able to present the latest edition to you. The market has been going absolutely crazy. It is the busiest I have seen since well before the global financial crisis in 2007, 2008. So today we're going to be talking to each of our desk heads, members of our teams in terms of the trends, insights, challenges that we faced in the market, and most importantly, to see whether this trend and craziness is going to continue over the next 6 to 12 months. Today we welcome Noreen Tariq and Shane O'Hara from T+O+M Executive's Financial Services CFO practice. Today they're going to be talking about the trends, insights and challenges that they've seen over the last 6 months and what they foresee happening over the next 6 to 12 months. Welcome, team.
Hi T, absolutely happy to give you an overview of what we've seen the last 6 months. So what I'll do is I'll give you an overview of the senior end market, which is roles above the 200k, and Shane will give you an overview of the junior to mid-level market. So just to kind of start, a couple of the key trends and takeouts I've seen this year are a lot of newly created roles within the insurance industry, and this has been mainly driven through a lot of M&A activity that happening right now. So that's probably one of the key areas. And then a lot of businesses looking for commercial leaders that are coming in with a strategic mindset, strong leadership skills, and the ability to assist with company growth and culture. And majority of my positions, about 90% of them have been actually hired on a perm basis. So so there's some of the key takeouts. And then from a candidate point of view, a little bit different to what Shane's seeing. I've seen a lot of great quality out there. A lot of senior people are looking for work or have returned home after the borders reopened last year, and a lot of people looking for that next step up in their careers. So yeah, a lot of good talent, and although there has been a lot of roles, they outweighs the numbers. So yeah, but Shane, you've seen a totally different market.
Yeah, the junior to mid-level market across kind of the financial services space has been extremely active over the last 6 months. There was a hiring demand for junior candidates over the last 6 months, especially across the just qualified accountant market. At that junior end, from the 110k to 130k package, where we've seen salaries increase from 15 to 30%. The talent shortage from 2021 was definitely realised in the first quarter of 2022. Again, with salaries increase, but we are seeing those salaries stabilise, but there are ample opportunities out there.
Absolutely, yeah. Some of the skill sets that I anticipate seeing in demand over the following 6 months are going to be a continued focus in finance transformation. So these are critical skill sets for businesses that want to keep up with changing needs and strategies for business growth. Another huge area that we've seen across the board would be commercial skill sets. So what does that mean? So that's the ability to provide clear insights, help the business with measured growth, and assist with reducing cost. And we can probably agree we've actually seen a huge amount of technical skill sets needed in the market where there is absolutely a shortage, and that would be across all levels. And these areas fall within your treasury function, regulatory reporting, technical accounting, and taxation. So there's definitely been an injection of focus on these areas. What do you think, Shane?
Yeah, Noreen, the skill sets you outlined there are very similar to kind of the skill sets in demand for the junior to mid-level market. I'd split them into 3 different buckets. So firstly, starting out with system skills. I think it's never going to change for accountants. It's very important for candidates being able to kind of analyse large volumes of data and being able to present that back to the business. And that skill set is always going to be in demand. Secondly, business partnering. There's a growing change for candidates to add a broader value to their role. So I believe kind of candidates who can kind of communicate and partner with the business effectively will always be in demand. And then finally, as you mentioned, commercial acumen. I think especially at the manager level, 130k pack onwards, there's a massive demand for candidates to question the norm and being comfortable to really understand how the business operates.
Absolutely, Grant. The biggest piece of advice I've been giving to our clients over the last 6 months is really think about your company values, your morals, and the business culture. And not only is it important to be clear on them, but how to demonstrate that to candidates throughout the interview process has been really important, because this will help them determine which business they want to join.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with all of that, and we'll probably just add to be on the forefront and have that proactive approach when running a recruitment process. I think it's very important for candidates to feel that they're part of a well-run process and that the feedback is fluid and everything is done at 100%.
Yeah, for sure. I was just looking at some of my positions that I placed this year, and it was very interesting that about 30% of those positions were placed through, future pipelining talent. So that was through introductions or people networking and meeting future talent they thought would be beneficial for the company. So we are seeing a bit of a shift in that regards as well.
Yeah, I think we've covered everything there, and for any hiring managers who want advice in the market, feel free to reach out to myself or yourself or Keith and Tony.
Yeah, and we can go in a lot more detail, but they were just a couple of the key points.
Absolutely. With the world returning to normal, thankfully, there's a growing trend of companies going back to the office. And we've seen a lot of the junior candidates actually really appreciate this, especially from them starting out their careers from just qualified and moving over to the commerce side. So, Noreen, would you say it's similar on the senior side?
Yeah, Shane, look, what I've been seeing is one size doesn't fit all. So there's definitely an emphasis on hybrid working at the moment. So that's a baseline expectation now, but depending on each team need, each individual's need, we have seen a lot of businesses adapt their styles. So as you mentioned, for some more junior members of the staff or new people coming in, it is important to really have that time together and for them to learn, with their leaders in the room. And then, a lot of established people, what we have seen is potentially move away to, Queensland or move somewhere sunnier and work 5 days a week, and it's working for them. So it really depends on each situation, but what we've probably seen the best is everyone's going to create and adapt to their models as they move forward. And something really interesting I actually have heard of is companies providing people an allowance that they get to spend when they are working from home, so they can actually meet up with their colleagues and maybe brainstorm, in a coffee shop down at the beach, or do an activity outside of work as well. So it's just creating different incentives and just working out the needs of different people in the team, I think.
Yeah, and I probably just finished with candidates who are flexible to working environments are really setting themselves apart from others. Yeah, the momentum from the first half of 2022 will probably carry on for the rest of 2022 with ample opportunities across the junior to mid-level market and probably across the senior market as well, Noreen.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, it's been a busy start to the year. We're expecting the next 6 months to be busy as well, maybe stabilizing a little bit after that. But a couple of areas that we've already discussed that we see, key focus for 2022 as well will be continued focus on M&A activity. We'll see a large focus on business costs and growth, and we'll see an increased focus on diversity and business sustainability moving forward.
Yeah, and beyond that, it's probably difficult to see the same level of pace continue. And so if there are opportunities out there that candidates are seeking, and definitely touch base, and we'd love to speak to them.